Durant tout mois mai 2025 lan, te gon gros opération que ICE lui-même li tap fait. Sauf que ni moi-même, ni ou même, nous pas vraiment connaît qui ça tap passé vraiment. Parce que nous te juste ouais que ICE a maré mon dans tribunal, nous te juste ouais que ICE lui-même a maré mon dans la rue devant tribunal, y a caché, y a marron, yo pote machine yo dans station, sauf que nous ouais que ICE lui-même a débarqué côté moun a travail et après le maré. Mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé vraiment? Comment fait ICE décider à faire tout bagay ça? Même si nous connaissons que administration Trump là actuellement là, li gen tout pouvoir pour arrêter moun levé, li gen tout pouvoir pour voyer tout immigrant tourner la caillou. Mais qui ça passé vraiment? Pour qui ça ICE a agi comme ça? Bon. Pendant mois mai a, te gon opération qui te relé patriote. Oui, j'entendais. Ça c'est une opération immigration que USCIS mettait à terre qui te mené en dans Massachusetts pendant tout mois mai en général. Autrement dit, que yo te visé tout immigrant qui sans papier qui te gen dossier criminel grave sou yo ou bien qui te échappé dans la justice dans pays côté yo te ye a. Mamzou, bonjour, bonsoir tout le monde. Bienvenue sur plateforme pour la qui c'est Babas Magazine. Côté vous connaît que c'est seule plateforme qui peut toute dernière information sur cause immigration, toute dernière information sur cause ICE en général. Pas oublier, abonnez à la chaîne, activez la petite cloche de notification pour qu'à toujours recevoir toute dernière vidéo que nous portons pour vous, pour qu'à toujours joindre toute dernière information que nous portons pour vous. Pas oublier, restez connecté à la chaîne parce que nous-mêmes, presque chaque jour, nous portons toute dernière actualité côté sous cause immigration. Journée jodi a, ICE a claré toute bagaille. Dans une conférence la presse li te fait jodi a qui c'est 2 juin 2025 lan, dans Markley fédéral courthouse dans Boston, ICE ensemble avec bureau procureur fédéral là te bay tout détail sur opération qui te fait là. Côté, yo dit nous que yo arrêté 1461 immigrants sans papier qui ont été arrêtés à travers tout état yo. Oui, j'entendais. Avant de continuer, n'a dit comme ça que information ça que nous porter pour vous, nous toujours quitter le link yo dans description et aussi si vous bien regarder ouais que page nous joindre information. Et puis nous porter pour retour live que ICE te fait jodi. Donc ICE annoncé une arrestation de 1500 moun. Oui, donc il a critiqué l'État pour les politiques du sanctuaire. J'en ai regardé, c'est comme ça. Pas oublier que moi dis nous ça encore une fois que n'a besoin le link là en bas vidéo dans description exactement. Mais dans tout monde ça yo, te gen 790 moun qui te gen dossier criminel grave sur yo, tant que assassinat, agression sexuelle, trafic drogue ak gang international. Gen 277 parmi yo qui te gen l'ordre déportation pour te quitter pays mais moun sa yo même yo te refusé aller. Donc ICE li même et peut-être ça n'a ouais que plusieurs fois ICE débarqué surtout dans tribunal yo, surtout dehors tribunal là, la tant moun sa yo fin passer devant juge pour yo arrêter yo. Donc agent ICE yo te collaboré ensemble avec FBI, US Marshal, CBP, ATF ak l'autre quelques agences toujours pour yo te mettre sous criminel sa yo. Donc selon déclaration autorité yo, Patricia Hyde qui c'est directeur la police ICE dans région Boston te dit que Massachusetts vin pi en sécurité grâce à effort ICE et avec partenaire fédéral nous gagnent yo. Nous t'ai arrêté presque 1500 immigrants illégaux. Puis fort te gen dossier criminel grave sur yo. Et nous connaît que yo même yo côté tout mounier, yo côté rendez-vous tout mounier. Donc même si ou parler mon exactement, mais y a prend mon quand même. Donc US Anthony Ledforley te ajoute que moun sa yo pas seulement violer loi immigration nou yo. Yo te commet crime grave qui te mette communauté nou yo en danger. Donc, gen critique que nous connaît sous question de ça Haïs a réglé ya. Donc, Haïs te gen pile critique. Il te critiqué ville à côté qui pas collaborer ensemble avec yo. Ça yo relé sanctuary judiciaire là, on bagaille comme ça. Yo dit que politique ça yo empêché arrestation criminelle pendant yo te en prison, ça qui force que Haïs yo même yo al chercher dans communauté yo. Ça qui mette agent yo ak public yo en danger. Donc, opération ça te faite à travers toute Massachusetts là. Donc, Boston côté gen pile arrestation qui fait et surtout j'en ai regardé dans mois mai, Boston c'est un côté qui pile monde qui marre, pile monde qui prend code. Donc, dans notre ticket avec Martha's Vinland, on va comme ça. Côté que Haïs te arrêté 40 immigrants. Parmi yo te gen yon membre gang MS-13 ak l'autre moun qui te commet crime sexuel sous ti moun. Donc, gouverneur Maura Harley te exprimé inquiétude li sous opération. Li dit que li te créé la Perez avec inquiétude dans communauté immigrant yo. Li te mandé pour Haïs bay plus transparence sous arrestation yo. Et peut-être ça n'a wè que journée jodi là autrement dit moi mais n'a wè que Haïs te commence à arrêter moun devant tribunal. En après yo te ensemble avec uniforme le ça. En après yo te traversé, yo te mette yo en civil, yo te entré presque dans tribunal là m'baka du côté juge là exactement. Yo te arrêté yo derrière porte là le moun yo fin sorti ouais juge là. Kounya là hier m'a regardé une vidéo côté gen à peu près 40 agents Haïs qui armés jusqu'aux dents. L'aime du armé jusqu'aux dents, j'entendais. Eh bien, te gen pile critique sous politique sanctuary city ya. Côté Haïs te dit que ville sa yo te doit collaborer plus. Yo pas ta besoin faire opération sa yo dans communauté a pour tout monde ouais. Parce que bagay la vin compliqué. Eh bien, moi-même moi pote pour live côté mon directeur te vini, yo te vin faire yon live jeudi pour yo te expliquer tout ça qui passe yo. Donc pas oublier, garder et puis n'a comprendre.
Murderers and foreign fugitives trying to evade justice in their home countries. It's long past time to remove these dangerous criminals from our communities. What we need to do is prevent them from terrorizing family, friends, and our neighbors. But the bottom line is that ICE and its federal partners wouldn't be able to conduct large-scale operations like this without the partnership you see up here. But more importantly, if sanctuary cities would change their policies and turn these violent criminal aliens over to us into our custody, instead of releasing them into the public, we would not have to go out to the communities and do this. Boston's my hometown, and it really shocks me that officials all over Massachusetts would rather release sex offenders, fentanyl dealers, drug dealers, human traffickers, and child rapists back into the neighborhoods. You know, all too often in Massachusetts and all over the Commonwealth, people use ICE's operations as a talking point, which it shouldn't be. It should be public safety all around. But instead, the brave men and women of ICE, CBP, ATF, DEA, Diplomatic Security Service, and the U.S. Marshals have to go out and pick up some of the most horrible criminals that are roaming free in Massachusetts. These are just some of them. A child sex offender that was previously deported that was released by a local agency but was back living across the street from a playground. A sex trafficker that was arrested for raping a child that was re-released back into the community. A habitual drunk driver who in the midst of his drunk driving kidnapped a child. Theft from, we had one person that was previously deported that was stealing from disabled senior citizens. Not only that, but they got several convicted murderers, rapists, spouse abusers, child abusers, and drug traffickers. You can see their mugshots, which are all up here on the photo, and I really want everyone to see that. Because not only did they enter our country illegally, but they were released back into our community by elected officials and sanctuary jurisdictions that did not want to turn these individuals over to ICE. I really want everyone to see their faces and know what's going on. So make no mistake, ICE is going to keep doing this. This operation proved that we need to be more. While this operation was going on, and the brave men and women from all these agencies were out conducting operations, more criminal aliens were being released into the community. We did this already once. We saw a large number in a week time, but that just showed we needed to come back. And we're going to keep coming back, because ICE is going to make sure that we keep our community safe and keep our neighborhood safe from these sex offenders and these criminal aliens. But not only are we going to keep the community safe, my goal is to keep my officers and agents and also the criminal aliens safe, because we'd rather arrest them in a local jurisdiction where it only takes 2 officers or agents and they can turn them over to us in a safe environment, than rather than us going back out into the community and then these criminal aliens be released back in our neighborhoods. So with that, I'll turn it over to U.S. Attorney Leah Foley.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for being here. As you know, the top priority of the U.S. Attorney's Office has been and will remain protecting the citizens of Massachusetts. And this month-long enforcement surge, led by ICE, has made our communities safer. Since January 20th, our office has charged well over 50 foreign nationals who unlawfully re-entered our country after being deported. This includes 15 individuals charged in the last month alone. These individuals violated our immigration laws when they entered the United States unlawfully, often multiple times. Some went on to commit serious crimes. Those arrested included individuals who pumped deadly narcotics into our neighborhoods, trafficked firearms for transnational criminal organizations, defrauded the government benefit programs, and in some cases preyed on vulnerable children. These are defendants who didn't simply cross the border, they crossed the line and jeopardized the safety of Massachusetts communities. When someone who is here illegally chooses to engage in crime, when they bring fentanyl into our neighborhoods, sell firearms to gangs, or assume false identities to collect benefits intended for vulnerable Americans, these are not immigrants. They are criminals, and they will be treated as such. This is about public safety, plain and simple. Our job is to protect the public, to prevent harm, and to uphold the rule of law. My office will continue to prioritize the prosecution of individuals who are in this country unlawfully and those who pose a threat to our community. Just as I said when I first became U.S. Attorney, if you threaten the safety of our residents, we will find you. We will hold you accountable, and when appropriate, we will remove you from this country. This is the land of opportunity, not the land for opportunists. Enough is enough. When we will hold you accountable for when you commit crimes in this jurisdiction. My office will continue to support and work with ICE to bring charges against those who come here illegally and commit crimes. Equally as important, I also want to add that we will not tolerate anyone who impedes or obstructs ICE operations. What I have seen on the news and in social media is concerning, to say the least. Agent safety is paramount, and it is a felony to threaten or assault a federal agent. I want to be clear about that. No one is above the law. This is non-negotiable. The law in this area is clear, and I will not sit idly by and watch federal agents being threatened. I also want to thank our partners at ICE and HSI, as well as our federal, state, and local law enforcement agency partners. They tirelessly work collaboratively to stand by each other and to make our community safer. Today, we are announcing real progress. However, we are not done. We are only getting started. And I would like to introduce Patricia Hyde.
Good morning. Thank you, U.S. Attorney Foley. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts is a safer place today, thanks to the work and determination of the men and women of ICE and our federal law enforcement partners. Working together, we were able to arrest almost 1,500 illegal aliens throughout the Commonwealth during the month of May, most of whom have significant criminality in the United States or abroad. Throughout this enhanced immigration enforcement operation, ICE and our federal partners targeted the most dangerous alien offenders in some of the most crime-infested neighborhoods of Massachusetts. Our efforts resulted in the arrests of 1,461 criminal alien offenders. 277 of those offenders have been ordered removed from the United States by a Justice Department immigration judge. Make no mistake, every person we arrested was breaking our immigration laws, but most of these individuals, 790 to be exact, had significant criminality as well. That is 790 alien offenders who victimized innocent people, who traumatized entire communities. Represented in these numbers are murderers, rapists, drug traffickers, child sex predators, and members of violent transnational criminal gangs. We arrested criminal aliens who have been convicted of violent crimes in the United States, and some of who were wanted for criminality in their native countries. All made the mistake of attempting to subvert justice by hiding out in Massachusetts. I want to take this opportunity to say to our officers and law enforcement partners, thank you for your professionalism, tenacity, and dedication to duty. To the residents of our Massachusetts communities, today your streets are a little safer. To the victims of these alien offenders, know that today you will not be mistreated by your attackers. To any criminal alien offenders victimizing Massachusetts residents, ICE is not going away. We are coming for you. While removing these individuals is extremely gratifying, we still have a lot of work to do. While we covet a mutually beneficial cooperative relationship with our state and local partners, we will work around them when it becomes necessary to ensure the safety and security of Massachusetts. ICE and our federal law enforcement partners remain committed to protecting our communities and prioritizing the well-being of our public by locating, arresting, and removing criminal alien offenders and making our New England communities a safer place to live. Now, Special Agent in Charge, Homeland Security Investigations.
Thank you. Good morning, I think it is. My sincere thanks to Director Lyons, U.S. Attorney Foley, and all of our partners with whom I stand shoulder to shoulder with every day to ensure the safety and security of our communities. ICRO, CBP, U.S. Coast Guard, ATF, DEA, DSS, FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, the IRS, U.S. Attorney's Office, and many others. Today, as we announce the arrest of nearly 1,500 illegal aliens over the last 30 days, I want to reiterate, this is not a victory lap. Today is a collective reaffirmation of our commitment to ensuring the public safety and national security of our communities. With each agency bringing unique authorities and expertise, HSI Special Agents will continue a whole-of-government approach to take the fight to transnational criminal actors and organizations who poison our communities, who exploit and victimize our children, who defraud our citizens and government systems, who illegally harbor and employ aliens, who perpetrate violence, and all of those who choose to ignore the rule of law. It should be no secret by now that you will continue to see all of our special agents and officers in your communities conducting daily enforcement actions 24/7. I caution those who try to impede or obstruct operations, or those who dare to threaten or assault our law enforcement officers. We have been and will continue to be working with the U.S. Attorney's Office to investigate and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. Our job is to uphold the Constitution, and that's exactly what we're doing. I join my colleagues when I share my heartfelt thanks for the work of the frontline officers and agents who put their lives on the line every day in support of this great nation. Thank you.